coming into the dark tree covered area, and it's already past 9 o'clock at night. But another thing that I haven't touched base on in a wee bit of time, well, since before I left Tennessee, was my nutrition intake. And I will admit that since I've been up here, I've been finding it a little bit difficult to stay on the routine that I had established. And with doing all the work that I've been doing, obviously I'm exhausted. I'm discovering that I'm not getting enough protein in my diet. And it's not because I'm trying to go plant-based for part of my meals. It was already a problem that I wasn't getting enough protein, because it seemed like I had kind of slacked off eating protein for the last year or so. And I think that's why maybe a light bulb moment dawned on me that maybe is leading to my exhaustion. It might not be the whole issue, but it's definitely part of an issue. And I discovered this, or I wouldn't say discovered it, I kind of stumbled through it, but I actually had a friend who 2 or 3 times during the past several months to a year has said that she had learned information, and whether she read it or where she got it, I don't know, but it made sense. And she said whatever somebody's ideal body weight they're shooting for is, that's the amount of protein you should put in your diet. And I took that at face value, but I didn't apply it to myself. I didn't try to calculate to see how much protein that I had been getting. And I just was trying to make what I thought was decent choices and not eating out a lot and stuff like that. And then more recently it came up again, and she actually said, now I'm not telling you anything that I wouldn't do myself, and it was more adamant. But on top of that, there was other things that kept popping up that I was taking notice to, and that's why I think it finally dawned on me, hey, all of these little messages keep popping up about protein, protein, protein. Maybe I should actually calculate it and see how much I'm getting in a day. And well, if I'm weighing 135 or 140 pounds, and I'm thinking in order to maintain that I should have that many grams of protein in my diet per day, and I'm checking it out and I'm barely getting 50 a day, then that's the problem. So I've started making changes to try to get more protein in my diet throughout the day. And I mean, it's baby steps, and I think that I don't necessarily want to get into all of what my choices are, or this or that or the other, because I'm not a nutritionalist, and I'm just like stumbling through until I find out what works. But I guess I'm just putting it out there to say this is what I discovered, and it's because the message kept getting brought to me that I finally paid attention to the message, and I'm starting to put it into my life to where I'm going to try to build up to that level of protein per day. And over time, I'm going to see if that helps with my energy level. So that's another thing that I think I'm making a priority and actually putting steps towards doing, which even involves kind of using some protein powder a little bit more than I ever have before. Well, I wouldn't say ever before, but in several years. So anyway, that's another thing that I wanted to let you guys know that I've become aware of within myself that I need to correct. And therefore, this is the starting point. And a few months down the road could be a calculated measurement to that. So after a few months of practicing this, we'll touch back on it and see if there is in fact been some energy improvements based off of adding more protein to my diet. Until then, no, not until then, because that'll be a few months away. Until the next topic I want to talk about, Peace out.